energy stocks for 2026 and beyond. And really what I mean is that the energy sector continues to be one of our favorite ones for probably years to come. If you look at the energy sector through a multi-year lens, we're looking at a 3-year look back here, you will see that the XLE ETF has actually only made 10%, whereas the technology sector, which you can see up there by XLK and XLC actually is technology as well, these are ETFs tracking those individual sectors, are up north of 120%. As an FYI, if you go back 10 years, you will see a similar situation. However, on a 5-year look back, you will see that energy has actually outperformed even technology. So what's going on? There's a mismatch of time frames. The long and short of it is that over a multi-year period, we think that energy stocks have tremendous catch-up, and here is why. Now, year to date, the good news for energy stocks is that year to date, so here in 2025, the energy sector is no longer butt naked last. It's actually up about almost 8% on the year. Now, the energy sector is pretty wide spanning. It has long tentacles. It goes into a lot of different areas. In fact, personally, my definition of energy stocks also includes utility stocks because they are, at the end of the day, in the business of doing stuff with energy. I know that's not the traditional definition, but utility stocks already have done very well this year. They're up 18.5%. Third best place, meaning right behind technology, basically, and communication stocks. Okay. Now let's look at this a little bit more, just from a pure charting perspective, price action perspective. The energy sector, again, it's wide spanning. It has a lot of different ways of tracking it, a lot of different ETFs. So I thought I'd bring along 2 of them that I think are most sort of reflective of the situation. On the right-hand side, we have the energy ETF, so the actual sector ETF of the S&P 500, the XLE. And we can look at this at a couple of time frames. Again, first of all, we can look at this through a basically 2025 time frame, maybe a sort of 2-year time frame, and you can see that we are certainly coiling up here, and that would be this line here I'm trying to draw. So we think ultimately this has a lot of potential to the upside. We can do a very similar analysis over here on the XOP, which is oil and gas exploration stocks. We can draw the line over there. This is a little bit longer. Again, depending on how closely we connect all the dots, you get something like this. Now, again, this is a lot of pent-up demand. It doesn't mean the energy stocks have to explode tomorrow, this afternoon, or next week. This is a multi-year, really a multi-quarter time frame and beyond. So that's why we're saying 2026 and beyond. If we pull back each one of these charts a little bit more, and I'm going to go to a single chart so we can be a little bit more, have a bit more fun with the charts themselves. I'm going to make them weekly charts. You can kind of see we're on the oil and gas exploration sector where we're at. We're kind of at a really critical point. If we pull back these charts a little bit, again, you have to squint a little bit because it's now much longer. You have to don't squint too much, rather is what I'm trying to say, because we now have a longer time frame. But again, here there's a lot of pent-up demand. Same thing for the energy sector itself, the XLE. Again, if we look back far enough, and we're going to go back a whole bunch of years, what you're seeing on XLE is that after a really long consolidation period, it broke out in 2021-22. That's that outperformance you saw on the previous charts on that 5-year basis. But we're now basically, or have now been basically consolidating once again for really, a couple of years, more or less, right? Up here, we're kind of perched up here. And so I would say the path of least resistance, given all the work that we're doing from a fundamental, structural, and technical perspective, is that there's a lot of tailwinds for energy stocks, not the least of which being the AI demand for energy, which is just part of it, right? The energy has a lot of needs. We need a lot more energy. And the AI thing is just sort of the cherry on top. Hope it helps. See you in the next video.
If this video helped you, please make sure you subscribe to the channel, you give us a thumbs up like, and if you want to see this approach in action, you will want to join us in our Set the Market morning call, which happens at 9 o'clock Eastern Time, Monday through Thursday. Make sure you join us for that in the link down below. Again, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next video.